Hi, I'm John O'Connor. I'm Professor of Piano here at Shenandoah University. And one of the things that I work with my students on is that when they leave here, some of them are going to be teaching at college level, some of them are going to be teaching at intermediate level, some of them are going to be taking beginners. So I take them through the various ways of how to start kids at the piano. Because I think if you start kids well and they enjoy it, they're going to enjoy the rest of it. So one of the first things is to get them to sit properly at the piano, that they actually sit on a bench that's not too far away. Even when they're very young, I try and get them to have their feet on the ground, because eventually they're going to be using the pedal. And if that means getting a little box under their feet, that's fine, so that they feel the feet are contacting with something. And then I get them to just sit straight opposite middle C. Middle C is the C in the middle of the piano, and the first thing you tell them is that there are little forests and big forests. The little forests have 2 trees and the big forests have 3 trees, and that's the way you find all the way up the piano, and you make them have a game. D is between the 2 trees, and between the 2 trees up there is another D. So you get them to start finding all the D's up and down the piano, and then you say, can you say your alphabet up to G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's all you have to know to play the piano. So if they work out that D is there, then C is just before. So that's C, just before the little forest. And so up, and then they can find A's and G's, and it's a game, and they feel very clever. And it's important at the end of the first lesson that they go home having learned something to tell mummy. And then you get them to sit properly at the piano. So therefore, it's important that their shoulders are down so that it's nice and comfortable, elbows slightly out. The wrist should be on the same level as the keyboard, preferably, and the hand like that. I mean, if you actually drop your hand to your side, it comes up looking like that. It's a natural hand position, and that's what you need to do. If they're not sure, get them to put their hand on their knee. That's it. That's all you have to think. Or sometimes get them to put the hand upside down and pretend that you're holding something very precious, like a little baby bird or something like that, so that they're holding it, and that's a very good way. And then you get them, and then you just say, okay, lift up your finger and drop it. And then the second finger, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth. And then you give them their first exercise. And that's all you have to do at the first lesson. But they go home and they feel they've learned something. And soon after that, you'll start them into doing little exercises. But that's a great way to start. So they're interested, and they'll come back and say, what are you going to teach me next week? And then you have the second lesson, and so on.